Good morning, y'all. George Adventure here. Monday morning, sitting by the fire. I wanted to talk about the Barron Sons. The Barron Sons open house in Jacksonville, Alabama. They had a 4-day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I think the knife doctor was there on Thursday. We went Friday. So we went Friday, and me and Miss Linda, and it was overwhelming. You walked in, and you got a pail, a little bucket, you got a catalog, and you got a little piece of cardboard, not really cardboard, but thick paper and what you do, you walk up to a table. You walk up, they had tables in there, you just wound around, and each table had wooden boxes with knives in them. Just, they were, just different type knives. So it was pretty interesting. You walk through and you just go around each aisle. So different made knives, and it was neat. They had modern folders. They had more makers, which they used to make Remingtons. Then they had their brand. They had the Barron Son, but different bones, different patterns, that they made, different, just different, a pile of different knives. And I enjoyed it. My wife, Miss Linda, enjoyed it. So anyway, we went through, and so the first one I bought, first table I got to, they had a little white cardboard box. It had these. And this is a Remington. This is a Remington that they made. And I didn't know they made these, but these are camp knives. Now this, and you can see it don't have a shield, but I'm gonna make a shield for it. I'm gonna put a bullet shield in it, a bullet casing shield. I've got a couple. So I'm gonna put one in there. I'm gonna fix it myself. Won't be no problem. Just some Gorilla Glue and all that. The only other thing I could find wrong with this one was this right here. I guess where they stamped it out. And this don't have an edge at all. I'm gonna have to put an edge on it, which ain't no big deal. I'll file that off or grind it off real easy. I've got a knife, little belt knife sharpener my wife got me. You can see the Remington logo right here. See right there. Here we go. Made in USA. So they had a box, probably about 10 or 11 of these, maybe 12, something like that. I wished I'd have got one more. Some of them are a little smaller, a little thinner, but this is just your basic camp knife. So I got that one, $3. But dummy me should have bought several more. None of them had shields. All the shields were out of them. So, just a great great knife for $3. So they had some Remingtons. As I walked around, we came up on a table. They had a couple boxes with Remingtons in there. So this is one of them that they had. And I love this thing. Look at that bone. There you go. And this one, I really couldn't find anything wrong with this one. But what they said, they did have some that were seconds like this one. And they had some that were basically overruns, and there was nothing wrong with them. So you could dig through them, and you see that one. But this is a beautiful knife. It's bone. It's not, you know, it's not delving. It looks like saw cut bone. It's got the lanyard hole. That caught my eye. Just a nice little, looks like a California clip point. See the numbers on it. This is a nice little carry knife, y'all. Nice little single bladed. So I got this one. Didn't come in a box. You just dig them out. Then they had this one. So I saw it and I grabbed it real quick. They had a few left. They didn't have many. People were buying these up. And I guess you would call this a muskrat style, but it's got a spade blade and it's got a clip point. Good snap. You can see the blade here. It's got the Remington bullet shield. Remington is one of my top 5 favorite slip joints. I really dig them. As Terry would say. But you can see how pretty the bone is. And this is bone. This isn't delrin. You know, they make some with delrin, but this is jig bone. It's a beautiful, beautiful bone. So we got that one. These were, I think, $14. So Miss Linda, she spotted this one. And I think this one's a more maker too. Yeah, see the shield on this one's a little crooked. Nothing bad, you know. Nothing that I wouldn't buy. We didn't pay much. I can't remember what we paid for it, but it was maybe $11, $11.50, something like that. It's a mini trapper. So, you know, it's a neat little knife. It's a neat little small, you know, secondary knife. You want to put it in your pocket, your watch pocket. But I'm gonna clean it up for her. So I'm gonna clean a little bit of this up. And it's a liner lock. Just a neat little pattern. Neat little pattern. So I got that. And one of the most unique knives they had, and this is a Barrow Son. And this one's actually Stag. I thought this was a cool, and I'm definitely gonna carry this thing. I thought this was a cool knife. I like the way the blade looks right here. And it looks like a copperhead, the way it's made. It's got that right there. It's got the copperhead bolster on it. And it's got this blade here. And I'm gonna have to see, this one really hadn't been sharpened that much. I'm gonna have to put an edge on it. But this is one of them that an overrun, and this one doesn't have any flaws. That doesn't have any flaws. Except for the pocket clip's a little loose, but I'll tighten it up. But it doesn't have any flaws. It's got that beautiful Stag. It's a lock back. You know, it's got the pocket clip right here. Pretty decent snap. It's got this, I call it a Spidey hole to open it up with. Take it and open it up. Just have to get used to it. It's kind of hard, but you have to just get used to it. But it's got a cool looking blade on it. Let's see the Barrow Sons. There's the Barrow Son. Tang stamp. I think this is stainless. But I thought it was one of the neatest. And they had these in different handles, but I like that Stag. And I'm thinking this one was 20 bucks. Can't beat that for 20 bucks, y'all. So they had this one, and I've seen these on some of the YouTube channels. This is an awesome little barrow, y'all. Yellow Delrin, 3-bladed, Baron Sun, and I believe this one's carbon steel. It'll say it on the, yeah, see it says, whoops, sorry about that. It says carbon 4th generation right there on the shield. I wish Baron Sons would do some different shields. I think that would enhance their knives instead of just the round one. Yeah, you see CS, USA, carbon steel. Nice little barrow, y'all. Great, no blade wobble, nothing. I know there's some of y'all out there that have these. I like it. It's just a great little barrow. I think this one was like 20 bucks, if I remember right. They had a few of these, some different handles, but I spotted this one. Go to a fixed blade, and I don't remember what this thing's called, but I know Charade, our old timer, made some years ago, back years ago when they were an American made company. Well, I guess they still make an American made knives, but I know old timer made this same type knife, and this is a great skinning knife. Oops, sorry about that. My brother has one of these. So what I'm gonna do, and this is another Stag, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make me a sheath for it, and I'm gonna carry it. Make an excellent little carry fixed blade. Got this one. I think this one was probably 20 or 25, if I remember right. So got that one. I walked over, and this was the highlight of my day. This big Moore Maker jumbo trapper. And the reason I say that, because I had one of these on my watch list on eBay. It was getting a little expensive, but this thing here is nice. It's got the yellow Delrin. I had to glue the shield back on. It fell out, but I glued it back on. It ain't gonna come out. But it's a jumbo trapper. It's got the lanyard hole. You can see. It's got that big old spade blade. And of course, it's got the clip point. But this is an excellent carry knife. It's a beautiful knife, y'all. So this one was, I think this one was, I think it was in a $20 box, $20, $25 box, something like that. So I got this one. This is basically, both of these are overruns. They don't have any flaws on them. This is a big old folding hunter. And I'm gonna tell you, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's one of the prettiest folding hunters I've ever seen. 35 bucks. And I'm telling you, for 35 bucks, you can't go wrong with this thing. I mean, to me, that's a good deal for a brand new knife, a brand new folding hunter, this size. I think that was a heck of a deal. You can see the tang stamp. Right there. It's actually a Moore Maker, but it's got a bare tang stamp on it. it's got a Moormaker tang stamp, but it's got a Baron Son shield. So that might be the only thing that was a flaw on it. Got a little bit of rust, not rust, but patina. See, CS USA. But this is a nice knife, man. 35 bucks, can't beat it. Can't beat it. All right, so I got this one. Came across this one, and this is a modern. And this is called a Riverhawk folded knife. You can see the information on the back of the box. 440A, modified stainless, 3-inch drop point blade. Textured G10 handle, liner lock mechanism, tip up carry, thumb stud, and one-handed opening. This is the most important. Built in the USA from American steel and imported components. And this has got black G10. Needs a little oil, but it opens smooth. It's got the thumb stud. It's called a Wren. They had 2 of these left. I got both of them. I couldn't resist, man. I'm like, great price for this knife. It's got the liner lock right there. Nice pocket clip. So I'll definitely be carrying this one for sure. So I got one more, and I'm gonna show y'all this one. Try not to hit this camera stand. It's a big old box here. I had a deal on these. Oh, came with this. This is a Baron Sons. This is a fixed blade, and it's like the sharp finger that old timer used to make, an Uncle Henry. And you can see it. Now this is Delrin, but you can see how nice this thing is. Here's the Baron Son tang stamp. If you can see it. I don't see anything. I think this was actually on one of the tables that basically had some brand new stuff. And they had a deal on this, and I'm thinking 25 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a great hunting knife. Edge is okay, but I'll put an edge on it. But this is a great carry skinning knife, or an EDC knife, y'all. Just a great knife. So, if you live within 2 or 3 hours of Baron Sons, I'll be honest with you, it's worth the drive. It's worth the drive to go. It's a great knife company. I was very impressed. And I do enjoy their knives. I like their knives, and they make knives for other people. I like this one. This one, Miss Linda, she kept picking this thing up. She said, you need to get this. You need to get this. And I said, that is a pretty cool knife. So anyway, so I'm at 18 minutes. So I just wanted to share the Baron Sons event, open house. All you boys that live in Georgia or Alabama or even Tennessee, you need to make the trek and try it next year. You'd be surprised what you can find in there. Great fixed blades, nice folding hunters, just, great knives. I don't know what they'll have next year, but I think it'll probably be awesome. We're going to go next year. I can tell you that. So anyway, I'm at 19. So y'all have a great day. God bless you. Be swamp wise.